Okay. So here's the remake. If I remember correctly, one of the first things we had to address was his front door. Now it's completely trimmed in, as it should be. Repainted, both sides. We'll catch all there. Kitchen. Okay, so why would I go to putting tile down? Well, $8.76. That's why. Linoleum typically costs me about $120 to throw down. Don't mind the mess. I mean, I've still got a little bit of cleaning to do. But yeah, major cost savings. And it runs under both the refrigerator and the stove. We were able to keep the cabinets the original color, so no extra work there. I did relocate that cabinet. Wanted to hang the microwave with a range hood, something that code requires. So sink faucet, all this has been fixed beneath. Did a little sanding down there, but yeah, it's permanently stained. But still, all the hardware, recouped some of the hardware from other locations, and you'll see that in the video. Fixture, so $39. We have We now have the spray nozzle incorporated. That's kind of cool. And third hole over here where the spray nozzle was became a soap dispenser. So that's also cool. Lighting wise, one of the major issues when I first took over this was I noticed how dim it was. Well, now super bright. Okay. We also incorporated, because we have the range vent, we also have a light there, and as an added touch, under cabinet lighting. So now, plenty of light. We're still going to replace that stove and this refrigerator. One of the tenants that I have possibly interested in this, she's going to bring her own stove and her own refrigerator. So I may not have to replace those, just the dishwasher. Big savings. So moving on, we've got, and this is going to be a mess, laundry closet, all painted on the inside. Laundry itself, now these handles, pretty proud of. That's the first time I've done that. But the AC is all closed in, so looking tight. All the plumbing has been basically repainted, but now it has a tile floor, good transition point in between where the hot water sits. Just basically built a dam around that. Yeah. And then we replaced the light overhead. That's a energy efficient LED 16 inch bar. And of course the AC filter resides in the living space instead of being on the bottom of the air conditioner. All this vinyl laminate, super cheap, but turned out really good. No underlayment needed because it came on or attached to the vinyl. And something I'm also pretty proud of, each entryway, the front and the back, has this dammed area that's ceramic tiled. Allows you to take your wet stuff off and not, contaminate the other areas. That door lock also is matched to the front door, and it's part of the Kwikset's new lock sets. So whatever key you use in the back door, you can use in the front door. Matches. Again, well, I had to borrow that light bulb, but this is the new vanity in the half bath downstairs. Brand new toilet, toilet paper roll. Again, not been cleaned yet, so I've got some dirtiness on the floor, but for instance, this is painted inside and out, sprayed. Longevity will be a lot longer. Had to replace all that vanity, and the sink was actually cracked, so we did that. We did the fixture, did the lighting fixture, which I had to rerun electrical down to the switch. So that was not an easy task, but it also allowed me to find a new piece of gear that I'm going to be using. Fart fan with a light in it. It's kind of cool. All the hardware, it cleaned up very nicely. So all the doorknobs match. Even when I found, I don't know what you would call those doorknobs, but the doorknobs for these sliding doors are actually, not expensive. You're talking like $8 a piece, but they're on there versus the little wooden knob thing. It could, over time that wooden knob will turn on you and it just becomes a disaster. Anyway, so skylights are fixed. Door is no draft whatsoever. Awesome. Stairs. I tried a cheaper method on these stairs. Did not work out on the treads. So like the cheapest I can put these in is like about 210, somewhere in there. This also needs to be cleaned up, but it's just a different way to trim this wall out. Like it on this one. This one, weirdly enough, has 16 steps where the other ones have only 13 steps. Don't know why. That's just a thing. Reused the handle, put new hardware on it, but reused the same piece of handle material. And then replace that light. But yeah, they are nice and sturdy. Love these steps. Still want to do that to my house, but and it's just a good look. The light fixture itself, went with a different type this time, but it's okay. I don't feel like it throws out enough light when it's dark, but it'll work. Okay, so carpet. We went with the carpet squares again. Inside the closet. Didn't actually paint that one because it was in pretty good condition. Carpet squares, brand new fan, trimmed in the window. I just feel like it makes it look better. And it's not really that expensive. You're talking, $10, $15. Closet itself, painted inside and out, carpet squares on the bottom. Had a little issue with this one. I said I wasn't gonna let anybody help me, but I did in this room, and I'm kind of regretting it because I can see all the lines in between the carpet squares. He just didn't do as good a job. Good thing I didn't let him do more in this room. But when you lay carpet squares, there is a direction at the pile, and you have to pay attention to that. Like for instance, this one, I haven't vacuumed in here yet, but next to never, you should never see lines if you lay it correctly. Anyway, long story short, okay, so that's the only window that I didn't trim in, and it's just because it's in the closet area. Downstairs, both windows are trimmed in. I left that fixture. I kind of like it. So, all the AC vents downstairs, I did save them. Upstairs, had to replace them because they were rusted so bad. But yeah, I mean, you can see the carpet in here. You would never know this is carpet squares. Which I do leave a box of carpet squares for the tenant to be able to replace if they need to, if they get a stain or whatever. But yeah, I'm digging these windows being trimmed in. Like I said, mine's sheetrock all the way through, and I'm probably going to fix that on ours. Ceiling fan works like a charm. Bathroom. Now, I did do a different kind of carpet in the hallway versus the bedrooms. Just a little transition. It's flat. It's just I didn't have a lot of this carpet left, but I wanted to use it up. Okay, upstairs bathroom. Yeah, you'll notice I'm digging these vanities. Okay, so ooh, I didn't know you could see that. But anyway, again, lighted fart fan in here in case you wake up in the middle of the night. It's just enough light. This vanity is also painted inside and out just to save it. Of course, none of the home stores had the round doorknobs that matched. And then I later found out Walmart actually still carries them. But anyway, long story short, okay, so this is retiled. I used, I forget what you call it, but it's the red fabric waterproofing on the subfloor. Then laid this flooring on top of it. This is the first time I've done this. Way easier. And I mean, you get a good, it feels very solid. I don't think we're gonna have cracking issues, but I have to wait and see how this one turns out. But did something new on this one, which again, I'll probably transfer over to our house. You have a tendency, when they set these shower surrounds in, they angle the sheetrock to the lip on top of the shower. And what that does is it causes cracking over time along the edge, top edge of those. Well, so what I did was I put in an aluminum spacer bar and rested tile on it. And so it gives you a much more uniform layment of the sheetrock itself. Being aluminum, it's not going to rust, and then that gives you your ledger to actually lay tile around. And what I wanted to do was I actually wanted to go all the way around and then come down the side, kind of protect that leading edge as well, but it just didn't work out. This is part of that tile that I purchased that, it was like $8.65, and it redid the kitchen completely. So I saved a lot of money on that. But anyway, also the bullnose tiling across there gives me a way to finish that and not have wood on a wet surface. Again, that's a new toilet. Works like a charm. For $99, you get push button. Pretty cool. Just an added benefit. Again, this is a new fixture. New light fixture, like these that you just push and it closes, which raises the event of this is the old hardware, but I did replace that tub drain. It's not a push, it's actually a lift and turn, but at the same time it's, you know, matching hardware, and then also it gives me a little bit more peace of mind that I'm not going to have to come back out here when they don't have a tub drain. Anyway, all right, so the hardest part to fix is that attic door, which I still need to put another coat of paint on it because it's kind of splotchy. But anyway, yeah, so I did figure out some stuff in here. Repainted it, matched the trim. You know, I think it looks good. Again, all the doorknobs are fabulous. They all match, except for that bathroom door. But that's okay. I can live with that. Overall, I think as far as remodels go, this was not terrible. I'm missing a bumper stop. Gotta put one of those in. Whew, that's gonna be some damage. But yeah, I mean, typically, you know, I'm looking at trying to raise the market value as well as ensure that if tenants move in here, I can maintain it a lot cheaper. And all of the products that I've put in are hard surface products, or easily maintained products. Something that if I have to come back in here, I know I'm not going to have to rip it out. And that's the case I've got here, is the fact that you would really have to set a bomb off in here to ruin something. This vinyl flooring, no way, no way. You can't cut it. You can't, I mean, I can pull appliances across this thing and it's not gonna scratch it. It's not gonna damage it. I've spilt liquids on it and it just pulls up. I'm not going to say it's indestructible, but it's a lot better than what I had. Using tile surfaces, that's also, you know, not only does it look better for the tenant, but it also adds to my bottom line to where I know I'm not going to have to replace it. I mean, that flooring in the kitchen, I mean, honestly, I've dropped one of these pieces from waist high and it didn't crack it. It didn't even, you know, break a corner on it. So yeah, I mean, that's my experience. Still using the flannel gray enamel paint. Love that product. That's, you know, just phenomenal. You just, you know, you can come in and wipe it down and, you know, it's like brand new. If you do get a scratch or, you know, something that goes into the sheetrock, then, you know, putty over it, paint over it, and voila. Being that it's an eggshell finish, it's going to match right up. You never even know there was anything there. Yeah, that's a brand new fan too. Just went contractor grade all the way through. Got all three of them. So this one has a nickel finish, whereas the other ones upstairs have a bronze finish. But yeah, so in case you're wondering, this is where I've been. This is what I've been working on for gosh knows how long. That's the unfortunate thing is, you know, how long it takes me to turn one of these. But you have to remember, full-time job, just working nights, weekends. Oh, almost forgot. Yeah, so like this one has the millwork as well. Turned in real nice. But fell off a ladder fixing this. But at least no longer have to worry about that power line dipping down like 10 feet above my sidewalk, yeah, it's gone. So, yeah, that funny story. But anyway, millwork over there too. But I appreciate, you know, all the help and, you know, all the congrats and, you know, everybody, you know, always putting in, you know, trying to let me know, hey, they're, you know, proud of me and all that. It's been hard work, but like I say, I got one more left, but I don't know where we're going to start that one. But like I said, I'm super happy. Gives me something to release on. And I'm just super thankful that this came along when it did. Love you guys. Talk to you later. And keep trucking. Bye.